Apo. Sa pagkakataong ito po, makausap po natin si Vice Mayor Isko Moreno at balikan po natin itong issue ng port congestion at kanina po binabanggit ng mga broker, ito particular si Ginong Ray Soliman, na issue po sa daytime track ban. Magandang hapon po, Vice Mayor Moreno.
Magandang hapon po sa inyo at sa lahat po ng nanonood ngayon, Jiki.
Apo. Vice, hanggang ngayon po, isa po sa mga pinoprotesta pa rin ng mga truckers, importers, brokers, ito pong daytime track ban at isa nga po sa mga nakikitang dahilan naman ng port congestion ng PPA ay ito pong ban na inyong pinatupad. Ano po ang reaksyon nyo dito?
Well, unang-una, we want to set the record straight, no? We have talked to Federation of Truckers. They are not supporting the rally. We have talked to SITAP. They are not supporting the rally. This is the rally of Aduana, particular only on the Pier South and Asian Terminal Incorporated, yung issue nila dyan sa loob ng pier. Well, for so many occasions, I think the City of Manila gave enough already to the truckers, for the record. In fact, wala silang hiningi sa Maynila na hindi binigay ng Maynila. Wala lang ho talaga silang, hindi ko malaman kung wala ba talaga silang kapusugan. Sapagkat lahat po ng nirequest nila kay Pangulong Mayor Erap, unang-una, window, dati daytime track ban. Bago in-implement, nirequest sila daytime window. Binigyan sila ng window, 10 to 5 ng araw. Tapos all night sa kanila. Pangalawa, hiningi nila yung Roas Boulevard. Outbound. Outbound pa lang, ha?
Binigay.
Ang ginawa ko namin, binigay namin. Kahit na merong konting pagtatalo sa US Embassy at ibang mga hotel owners doon. So, inintindi pa rin sila ni Pangulong Mayor Erap. Sumunod, inbound. So, pagkatapos ng outbound, inbound. So, pinagamit rin namin yung inbound ng Roas Boulevard. Sumunod po, 24 hours window. Yan po yung napagkaisahan. Nung nagmi-meeting po si Pangulong Mayor Erap Estrada, yung PCCI, Secretary Singson, MMDA Chairman Tolentino, dahil sa request ng mga truckers, gusto nila 24 hours. Binigyan din po sila ng 24 hours na ang tinatawag namin express trade lane. Wherein, if you don't like the truck ban, doon sa old truck route, ito yung Romualdez, San Marcelino, yung mga maliliit na kalye, kung gusto mo na maka-access sa Manila, punta ka sa express trade lane. So binigay din 24-hour access on innermost left lane ng Roas Boulevard, both sides. Now, outbound, inbound. Same thing with R10, outbound, inbound. So 24 hours, there is a dedicated lane to them. Now, Jiki, ask me, alin pa hindi namin binibigay? Wala na kami hindi binibigay sa gusto nila. Kaya I don't think na, I don't want to point fingers, ano? It is not it's not Manila na kasalanan ng Manila, yung 22,000 na empty container sa loob ng port. Na kasalanan ng Maynila, yung, ano tawag dito, 7,000 na confiscated ng Bureau of Customs, ng mga sibuyas dyan, bigas, kotse, and so on and so forth. Lahat yan nakatenga sa loob. Now, let's talk about basic science. Science 101. Kumonsumo ng space yung 22,000 na containers. Kung inalis mo yon, pasok mo yung truck, walang clogging. So, I mean, logic will dictate among right minds. No? So, I don't know. That's why, for the past so many months, the city government of Manila is very successful in its policy on attending to the traffic system. Now, for so many months, walang kaguluhan. Kailan ba nagkagulo ulit? O na nag-issue ng no apprehension na yung mga green plate ay walang pakisa, dapat hulihin. Ang sabi naman ng isang ahensya ng gobyerno, huwag daw hulihin. Doon nagkaroon ng confusion again, kaya binuhay na naman nila yan. Tapos third, ito kailangan malaman to ng kababayan natin. So binigay na namin lahat yung kahilingan nila. Pinagbigyan sila ni Pangulong Mayor Erap Estrada. Ano ang naging benepisyo ng trucker? Dati 18 mil ang singil nila, ngayon 34 mil na. So kumita pa sila doon sa problema. Actually, tanong mo sa kanila yon. Pwede mo tanong sa kanila, magkano na singil nila ngayon?
Vice, pero nananatili po yung stand ninyo na kung North Luzon yung kargamento, lipat nila sa Subic. Kung South Luzon sa Batangas Port. Ganun
Yan yung stand namin na long-term solution. Kasi gusto mo ng band-aid solution o yung palliative solution. Pwede namin payagan o cancel namin yung truck ban, for example, just for the sake of conversation. Now, can the truckers and the port operators guarantee you that after a month or two, na hindi magka-clog sa pier, magkakaroon ng clogging? Bakit? As they say, no, limang kargamento ang pumapasok sa bansa, sa Port of Manila. Ang lumalabas, 1.5. Ibig sabihin, a little less than 2 ang lumalabas. So you do the numbers. 2 lang ang pang-export, 5 ang import. So talagang darating pa rin, kumbaga darating ang punto, dadami ulit yung container sa loob. Then you will have the same problem of port congestion. So the safe and the most convenient for everybody, port operators, PPA, local government of Manila, national government, and NEDA for that matter, to continue the economic growth, is to come up with a long-term solution, which is we utilize other ports, which is nowadays underutilized. In the case of Batangas, to serve Cavite, Laguna, Quezon, Batangas economic zone. The same thing with the north, Subic Port, for Clark, San Fernando, and Tarlac economic zone. So, yun ang yung Metro Manila, manatili sa Manila. Don't get us wrong, we want the port in Manila to serve Metro Manila. So what we're after to decongest. Yes.
Vice, sa pangyaring ito, paumanin po, sa pangyaring ito, sino po ang nakikita nyo, o kung kayo tatanungin, sino po ang kailangang alisin o tanggalin na sa mismong nagpapabagal sa proseso at nagigisanin ng port congestion?
Basta ganito na lamang, Giki, bibigyan kita ng factual incident. Since 2001, the Philippine Chamber of Commerce has been requesting the national government na yung kanilang 1,000 locators sa Cavite, Laguna, ay dapat yung kargamento nila lumanding sa Batangas. 2001 pa yan, no? At ang nag-request niya, Philippine Chamber of Commerce. But nobody listened. So I don't want to point fingers kung sinong fault o hindi. Now, do we have a problem in the city of Manila? Yes, we have a problem. There's a congestion in Anda Circle. There's a road, building of roads, repair of roads along Arten, at pagbaba ng tulay at electrical road. Diyan lang yan, malapit lang yan sa'yo dyan. Makikita mo yung ginagawang kali dyan. And the same thing in preparation to APEC Summit, there's sa may tapat ng Luneta, may patay na naman kaming kalye. And same thing with Dimasalang. Yung ginagawang catch basin doon para sa baha. So maraming infrastructure projects, 74 infrastructure projects being conducted simultaneously in Metro Manila, and most of it sa Manila. So kami, we're just trying to address the inconvenience, the suffering of Manilans and those people who will traverse Manila. So yun yung amin. Ngayon, pagdating sa port, wala ko kaming otoridad pagpasok talaga sa pier. But the thing is, I think it's high time for the national government, hindi ko nasasabihin yung ahensya, na to attend to the matters, to give a permanent solution. And one of the permanent solutions is to build roads. That will take time. But in terms of policy, easy policy, to convert or divert shippers or shipping line na to other areas, dedicated in that area, luluwag po ang Maynila. At pag lumuwag po Maynila, mas malakas po ang komersyo. Hindi, marami na pong pag-aaral, hindi po kami nag-aaral, USAID, JICA, na ang cost ng traffic, nagko-cost sa economy ng 2.4 billion pesos. And they saying 170 million naman ang cost ng truck ban. So you do the math, 2.4 against 170 million. A day yan, pareho. So ano ba talaga? So better, while President Mayor Estrada is successful in addressing to mitigate the effect of traffic in the city of Manila, and at least to ease, to manage. We cannot solve traffic. Traffic will be, after all these things, there will be traffic. But we can manage the traffic. And what we're doing, the city government is regulating only the use of roads. Binabagayan lang. Sa umaga, pumapasok sa empleyado, pumapasok sa eskwela. Pagtapos noon, sila naman ang hari. Pag-uwi sa hapon, uuwi na yung mga tao. Tapos sila na naman ang hari. Hindi mo ba maganda yun? May iwasan pa natin yung aksidente.
Opo. Maraming salamat po sa pagkakataon at mga paliwanag. Si Manila Vice Mayor Isko Moreno.
Bukas po pala may meeting kami para po sa ating kaalaman nga pala. Iki, no? May sabay ko lang. May natanggap na po namin yung meeting ng MMDA tomorrow. Marami pong mga ahensya ng gobyerno magmi-meeting sa Yacht Club tomorrow to address another situation like that. The same situation.
Maraming salamat, Vice. Si Vice Mayor
Salamat po.
Isko Moreno.